I'd be completely frank with you. We never look at the floor price, like ever.
Ever.
I don't care. I just like, it's not a part of like why we're doing this.
Explain that reasoning.
I'm not trying to build something to increase its value. I'm just trying to increase. Well, if I'm building something, it's not to raise the floor price of a thing. I'm literally just doing it because I want to have fun.
Well, if you like focus on that part of it, it's kind of a loser's game. I think it's like if you're focused on that, maybe you can make it go up for a little while, but then it's going to just come
100%.
crashing down. So you got to just think about like building. Utility, the community, building everything else, and that part will sort itself out.
Yeah, like the fun, community, utility, those are the things that matter here. And I remember like really recently, we had like a friend who's a founder in the space reach out to us, and he was like, I just don't know how to get the floor price of my project to go up. I'm like, don't think about that. Go take mushrooms in the forest and think about something cool you could do with the project instead.
Hey, Jack, for everyone who hasn't heard the news about the proof of burn NFT, the crypto, you got a couple minutes to explain that for everyone?
Yeah, there's actually two ideas. So one of the ideas is the proof of burn, where you get to burn your Zen, and then it kind of gets loaded into a new NFT. So it becomes the new token of exchange. So for example, you could burn 1 million Zen, and it becomes like a barrier paper, which is an NFT that carries the proof that you have burned Zen. So that's one idea. The second idea is that staking through an NFT, and you can then sell your stakes potentially. So that's number two.
I can't wait for those stakes. Those are going to make things very, very interesting in this space.
Yeah, portable stakes connected to an NFT as a unit of value I think is a really good idea.
So wait, I missed it. So is it future mint batches, future stakes, and then proof of burn NFTs? I don't know if I heard that correctly.
Yeah, like 3 different kinds of NFTs.
Got it.
Kinds. So one is the bulk minter that is the future mint. The other one is the staking NFT, which is the future recipient of the stake APY. And the third one is the proof of burn, where you just burn Zen and load the economic energy into an NFT that you can later trade.
So Jack, as far as let's go back to the batch mint NFT. So after we mint our Zen, we're effectively going to have like an empty wrapper, so to speak, right? That NFT. Would we be able to? Could it somehow be done where we could instantly convert that NFT into like the mint and stake function? Like it would convert that NFT into a different type of NFT, or would it need to be created into a secondary other type of NFT, if that makes sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. So what will happen is that your bulk mint NFT will receive a redeemed stamp. So it's going to be used up, like so to speak. And then if you decide to stake right away, you'll be issued the second NFT that is a proof of stake.
Oh my gosh, that is awesome. So technically speaking, no Zen would be minted in that conversion?
Right. There will be no Zen as an ERC20 issued. They will just be delegated to the NFT carrier.
Beautiful.
And then, of course, another option is that the bulk minter NFT can burn all of your Zen too, and then load the proof of burn NFT in another unit, like so to speak. So it's something else entirely different.
Gosh, I tell you, my permagrin just gets bigger and bigger every day this past month.
Awesome. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Jack, on multi-chain, it says takes 3 minutes to 30 minutes to bridge. I'm bridging ETH over to Dodge Chain, but you can't bridge ETH to Dodge Chain to VDodge.
I haven't tried it. They just told me that this is how you can do it. So potentially that's an option, but I haven't played with it. But it will take a long time because bridges take long time.
Yeah.
Being so serious about Ethereum and BTC and Doge isn't really over. I wouldn't say it's not overproduced, but it's it would be very interesting, and I think it will give Doge Chain more life, so to speak. So they just started getting some good transactional volume. I think they hit 1 million transactions in a day. So imagine them hitting 3 million, 4 million, 5 million just with Zen being there. So, and of course, Zen being free, it would be good to be number 2 crypto on a fund chain like those.
They are proof of stake. They're not proof of authority, right? So they're proof of stake.
Yeah, they're proof of stake, and they have delegators and all of the things that are good.
No VCs, I read here, and it's community driven.
Yeah, I love community driven projects. So we want to support community driven projects everywhere. And like if you think about it, Ethereum is really pumping, I think, due to Ethereum being burned up. So we're bringing more attention to the enterprise level coins like Ethereum. So with Doge, we're going to be bringing attention to the fun aspects of crypto. So and like we did this with Moonbeam and ETHMOS and all that. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a good move. And of course, I mean, like if I posted the poll on Twitter, and within minutes, people were voting to get on Doge chain. So that's really good. Yeah.
I think there's also in the fun aspect of it. Lex Friedman is talking about this. I don't know. Was it Elon Musk he was talking with or something? There's definitely like value in the humor, but they do seem to be pretty. I mean, it's not a joke. Like the way they've set up, they've chosen a good foundation to build a chain on. They're EVM compatible. They're fast. They have low fees. So it's the DC token that you use, right?
Yeah. So what they're doing is they build a bridge where you can bridge in your Dogecoin, which is actually not Ethereum Dogecoin, and they convert it to DC, or I think they call it W Doge or something like that, which is a conversion to the wrapped Doge on Ethereum, and they're using it to secure their network, which is pretty cool. So that's kind of new and different, and they're tapping into the Doge chain holders, which is like I don't think it has been done that way before. So that makes it
like
fun.
5 million holders.
Yeah.
Hey Jack, it's Iceman.
And they're in NFTs as well. Sorry, Iceman.
No, I was just gonna tell Jack I had direct messaged him back with the link to the Game Theory Telegram.
Game Theory Telegram, what's that?
It's a Telegram group. I DM'd you about it, and I think Crypto Goose was gonna talk to Zensu about it to get both of y'all in there to see if y'all would come speak to the group. There's over 120 members.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I talked to Crypto Goose about it. We're gonna talk next Wednesday, I think.
Okay, thank you.
If it's the same, I guess it is.
Yeah, it's the same group.
Talk to some Gabriel guy. Yeah, looking forward to that. Yeah, so yeah, they want to capture like everything with crypto, DeFi, NFTs, games. They claim to stand for fairness and equality for all ecosystem builders, whatever that means. Unleash creativity, full potential of the Dodge community. Is anyone here in the Dodge community?
Not yet, but will be soon.
Yeah.
I'm curious, Jack, to ask you, what is the feedback that we're getting like from the chains as we're going there, and the relationship with the validators and the gas and all that stuff? What is the feedback coming from that, generally speaking, if any, like that you're sensing? Like a positive feedback? Is there some kind of like sense of because we had someone come in here, actually, he was about to launch a chain. He was part of a project, and at first he just had some questions about Zen, basic questions, and we were talking about that, and by the end of it, he was like so hyped up about Zen that now he wanted Zen to come onto his soon to launch chain or brand new chain just because of the function of it and how it was going to support and help the validators. So I was curious to know, because I figured probably you would have, some you'd be the closest to get that feedback.
Yeah. So there was a few things on that topic. So one is it definitely help Ethereum proof of work guys because they're running miners and they had their infrastructure. Basically, they had just a couple of months of runtime to in terms of economic energy and money to run their network. And when Zen came to Ethereum proof of work, that extended their runtime by like 9 months right away. So they're very thankful for the transactions that came in to Ethereum proof of work, and that allowed them to attract more miners so that their network is more secure. And it's definitely helping developers to continue to develop on their chain and gives the chain more validation. So that was really good. In terms of validators in the proof of stake, those validators don't get much at all because the way that the validators on Ethereum, for example, get paid, they only get paid from the priority fees, which is per transaction, and they don't get the more money from the gas being high, because the way that Ethereum works is that when the gas spikes, all of it actually gets burned. So you can look at the transactions and you can see what is burned. It's right there on the Etherscan. So nobody benefits from having higher gas. Specifically, validators don't get extra. They just get extra from more transactions, which is about 2% or 2.5% from the Ethereum that they stake on the validator level as well as the delegator level. But they don't get more money from gas jumping to 200 Gwei at all. So it's been a completely false narrative that validators are now making a ton of money just because of Zen launching. That's never been true, especially with Ethereum switching to Ethereum proof of stake. So yeah, I mean, the only benefit that I have seen so far was towards the Ethereum proof of work.
So that's great for Ethereum proof of work, definitely 9 months. So, but then what that would imply is that in a way it would help them, but in the sense that it could bring users and then increase the number of transactions in the longer term, if it's to help the validators, not directly, but indirectly, just through potentially bringing users there, knowing their chain, getting to know their chain, setting up accounts and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I would say having more transactions is good. In terms of Ethereum, the total number of transactions per second ranges from 15 to 50. It cannot go above that. So their gains are limited. But what's not the positive there is users coming to the blockchains, and it's not just the users, right? Those users are not just consumers; they're also builders. So if builders come to the chains, and it helps just the chains to thrive, and it helps crypto and blockchains to thrive in general. So in terms of the economic energy, so like if Ethereum rallies, it actually brings up all crypto. So we have seen Ethereum rally, we have seen Hex rally, we have seen many Ethereum-based coins rally just because the story is that Ethereum is getting burned, and the switch to the proof of stake everywhere is helping everybody. So that's where the benefit is. So anybody, absolutely anybody, whether you're a validator or not, if you're holding Ethereum, you're now have experienced 25% rally just last week, and potentially it could spark a mini bull run across all of the blockchains. So I think the beneficiaries are hexagons and Ethereum holders and pretty much everybody. So that's just great. So we're doing what we meant to do. We're bringing vitality to the Ethereum based chains.
So all around positive and not really much negative at all in terms of the the spikes or whatever the activity. It's just overall positive for them.
Yeah,
For like,
I would
yeah.
I would say it's positive for all blockchain users because you have to have Ethereum to pay for gas. And yes, you pay a little bit more for gas, but guess what? Now if you hold 10 Ether or 1 Ether, you can sell it if you want for 25% more, which is awesome. And of course, hexagons are very happy too. So
Awesome, thanks. Does anyone know the DC coin, the best way to get your hands on it, basically, like the easiest access point, bridge?
There's a on Uniswap V3. You can get it on KuCoin, among many other options.
So the Doge chain users can acquire DC coin right there on their chain. That's one. Two, if you held Doge before, you can bridge in and convert it to DC. At the same time, you can acquire DC anywhere. So you can go to Coinbase or KuCoin or Binance, anybody, anywhere, and get your Doge, bridge it in, convert to DC if that's how you want to do it. So I think we definitely want to support them and in that regard, because I think Doge itself, being on the old Litecoin fork, or not a fork, but more like they're running together. I think Doge will benefit from being plugged into the in the Ethereum ecosystem. So that's really good.
Well, I saw in the marketplace, like all these, you get it. I would see, on QuickSwap and Uniswap and Doge Swap and Kibble Swap. If I take, for example, the QuickSwap DC, so how does that work? If I'm there and I buy it there, are all the bridges available on those different chains to get to Doge? So I could buy it there.
Yeah, I think so. I'm actually not sure because I haven't researched it deeply enough. But what we have done so far is that we have experimented with the native Doge, and we were able to bridge it to Doge chain, and that actually worked. So and we want them to be more connected. So they have this one bridge, and they only accept Doge. They really should accept all other coins too, and swap it in there one way or the other. I mean, whether it's through the liquidity pool or their bridge or whatever it is that they want to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to figure it out, which is my best entry point. These are bridges that are built by them, or it's more of a like.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's their own bridge. It's an official Doge chain bridge, and you can connect your MetaMask right there, and you will be given an address where to send the Dogecoin. And like what we have done, we went to one of the exchanges, and from an exchange where we purchased Doge, we just had the exchange send it to the address given by the bridge, and that bridge received it, stored it, and converted it to the wrapped Doge, which was converted to DC.
Okay.
Why can't you just buy it on Uniswap and Ethereum and bridge it in?
We'll have to see if that works. It may work, but we just haven't tried that route. We just went from the native Doge that we bought on an exchange, and we just bridged it. But I think it is possible that they also accept the wrapped Doge from Ethereum that's being sold on DEXs. So we just haven't tried that route yet.
We have like 21 hours to kind of figure out what are the options for the chains, especially that some people have been getting on new chains where Zen has been launching. So have maybe those options to get to it. Maybe a few of them be able to help people get on Doge for the launch.
Yeah, we'll probably ask somebody to make a video how to do it, but they have a pretty good resource describing it, and I think there's YouTube videos now that's showing how to do it. But pretty much the story there is that any native Doge holder can bridge in and convert to to DC, which is used as gas token.
Just the coin, and that's the thing. I have this Doge, but as far as I remember, this Doge that was given to me through some other project, this was on Binance. So that's not what you're talking about, I would guess.
Yeah, that would be the version of Doge that I think that's wrapped by the Binance chain. I'm not sure if they accept that, but we do know that the native Doge that lives on the Litecoin blockchain can be bridged in easily.
Okay, that's the part. You see, I'm not even familiar with that. Okay, so what the native one actually stems from. Okay, cool.
You could probably take that to change now also and swap your Dodge being on BNB for a DC or a wrapped Doge.
Yeah, if somebody can try it and see if it works, then that would be very useful.
Is the DC on Ethereum chain? Is that what we need? DC on Ethereum, or is it the actual Dogecoin?
No, it's DC on Ethereum.
And you can change now for that really easy. DC on Ethereum, if that's all we need for gas, if that's the final word.
Yeah, I think DC is what you need for gas, but it's all in their documentation. Like if you go to the Dogecoin websites, they tell you exactly which token that they're using for gas, and I think their network is pretty unloaded right now. So it's just getting ramped up. Just like literally last week, it's starting to ramp up, and obviously Elon getting into Twitter and making changes, and also potentially using Doge for Twitter is causing a huge rally in Doge today, and it's also causing the DC to rally very well too. So yeah, I think they're gonna really expect great benefits from. I mean, I don't know if Elon's gonna do anything, but hey, I mean, this is just one of the main areas of blockchain that I think people should explore.
Yeah, that's good timing for Zen as well. If it's pumping, the attention will be there. So that's cool. So I guess we'll all of us that will kind of figure this out and all the different options and ways. Those who have DC, those who have Dogecoin, those who are on one chain or the other, and the different ways to be ready.
Yeah.
Hey, hi guys. Does this need? Do we need a RPC for this, or how do we set it up? Does anybody know?
Yeah, they have an RPC link right there on their website.
Okay.
Hey,
thank you, Jack. Do we have? Sorry, guys. Let me finish. Do we have
I just did it. I can share
get all the RPCs?
Yeah, you can go to chainlist.org. You can find you can't find it for ETH-POW, but you can find for the rest. So you can find it for Doge, for instance. You can just go to chainlist.org and then search for Doge and then connect wallet, and it will add it to your MetaMask.
Thank you.
Hey, this DC on the Ethereum chain that you can change now for, will that need to be bridged to another chain for this to work? Or can you leave it on the Ethereum chain and in your wallet and it'll be good to go for launch? Just trying to get prepared.
Yeah, I would say definitely connect your MetaMask to their chain and experiment with bridging in. I mean, of course, standard disclaimer applies. We don't know how solid their bridge is, whether they're gonna whether they're secure enough, because they're so new. I mean, we expect problems, we expect bugs. So be careful. Do not put a lot of money there for sure. So I mean, but you wouldn't need a lot because their gas prices are really low.
Okay, thank you.
Amazing, Jack. Chain. This is exciting.
Yeah, it's super exciting. We're excited here with the technical team. But you know, people were asking to launch Zen on Dogechain. We launched on Phantom just a couple of days ago, and Phantom went hot, super hot. Over 1 million wallets, more than 1 million wallets, so like 1,200,000 got connected in just 24 hours, which makes Phantom hotter than EVMOS and Moonbeam. So plenty of activity there. And Phantom is an amazing chain. They have a lot of development. They have a lot of DeFi and NFT stuff happening too. So it's And of course, they're very different. They're using, I think it's like a divergent acyclic graph called DAG. So it's different than any other blockchain we have. And the Phantom gas cost to mint is 1/2 cent. So 1/2 cent, 3 zeros and 5, which is great.
So could I ask you, Jack? I was kind of fascinated, impressed, from what I understand, by the way that you guys implemented the NFT aspect of this. So is it correct to say that you chose to keep a visual component whilst writing it on, like putting it on chain? So finding that just good measure of data whilst keeping it fully decentralized on chain. Is that the way that you chose to do it?
Yeah, we didn't want the centralized image storage to be. I mean, it's like it's not like we don't believe in storing JPEGs elsewhere, but having it on chain is just first principles. So we wanted to stick with the first principles.
That's great. And you're able to get the amount of data that you needed to do, like just the visuals or colors and all that stuff, and just get it fitted.
Yeah, it's under 1 kilobyte. So those NFTs is under 1 kilobyte because we're using SVG. So SVG is just a bunch of text. It's kind of similar to HTML or XML, and storing it on chain is a way to go because we didn't want to store anything on chain.
Really cool. I really was like, well, also how quick you guys came up with all that, like in the decision process and just the end results. I just wanted to mention that. Very, very impressive.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah. So okay. I see in the crystal ball here. I don't know how, like, the NFT space for Dogechain, but there's some synergies there for sure. That could be interesting. I'm just reading up about it now.
Yeah, I think regardless whether they have an NFT marketplace or not, we could launch NFTs there too because they're Solidity EVM compatible, which means that anything we develop on Ethereum is portable to those chain.
Very interesting. I have a feeling they might be doing good.
Yeah, and they're running Polygon Edge, is an extremely fast and expensive blockchain. So Polygon has experienced. I think Polygon is number one in terms of how many wallets they got. Polygon, I think. Let me take a look real quick to see how many wallets on Polygon. Polygon is 10,457,000, which is the leading wallet address creator, just because it's so inexpensive. So I mean, like I realize that numbers don't really matter that much. What really matters is the users, and I think Polygon was the answer to Ethereum being expensive. That's why people love Polygon for all things DeFi, and there's like a lot of gaming there too.
Jack, so do you have any analytics regarding the staking trends across all of the chains so far?
Analytics. Well, you should be able to see it on our dashboard. We see about 10-15% of the all of the Zen that's minted getting staked. And by the way, the Dogechain official Telegram group is 26,000 people. So that's a lot of people there. 26,000. That's just Telegram. So their community is ginormous. So I think they're gonna love Zen.
I'm having a good feeling about this one, as I was with FTM, with Phantom yesterday, and it did do quite well quite quickly. And I think I have a feeling it might be very interesting further down the road. I couldn't explain why, but it was just a hunch I had. And just in terms of interest and potential use cases, I mean, every chain is a little bit different in the people that are using it. But this is definitely very cool. I was surprised to hear this an hour ago.
Well, I was actually surprised too, but a bunch of people were texting me. They're like, "Hey, take a look at Dogechain. It's gonna be great." And then I realized that the combination of Elon, Twitter, Doge, and the recent that's like the second shoe being dropped. So I figured hey, if people are enjoying Doge so much, then why can't they enjoy Zen on Doge chain?
It's such a cool vibe. Very fun, very fun. So far, the Zen, just let's do it. So fast and spontaneous, so refreshing in the space.
Yeah, I think it's like fire. Well, literally fire.
Jack, have you tried bridge.chain.dog, that bridge?
Yeah, I think that's the one.
But
Yeah, I'm gonna try it.
What do you think about Doge being the Twitter currency? Isn't it centralized?
Not necessarily, because I mean, like, so anybody can buy everybody's supply anytime they want. I mean, like, so Elon has a lot of money, so he can buy all the Doge, right? I mean, nobody can stop him. The application layers, it just will bring more adoption to crypto. So if Elon decides that crypto is the platform, is that Twitter is the platform for crypto adoption, I think Twitter is reaching a lot of people, and so that's a good thing. We want to bring more adoption. I mean, how they decide going about it is nothing we can do. I mean, powers that be could buy all of the Ethereum and all of the Bitcoin, and then it's going to become centralized. It's unfortunately the fact of life. I mean, we have the technology that's allowing for decentralization, but we do not have the fairness in people's economic energy. I mean, there are people who have more money and people who have less money, and that's the way the world works. So it just depends on what Elon decides to do.
Could they mint all Zen supply or not?
No, they can't. I mean, it will be very hard to do because Zen is not on every chain right now. Well, I mean, on every chain that matters. And then Zen, of course, has eight. It is better, I think, because it has 8 years in its minting phase.
Hello, guys.
Hello, War Dog.
Having exciting days, I think.
Every day is exciting.
Hello, War Dog.
I'm going through a similar experience. It's actually exhausting from how exciting my days have become.
Did you hear the news? We're going to Dog's chain next.
Nice. I did hear about new adoption.
Trying to find the best bridge.
That's a complicated question.
So
I think they have a.
So if someone doesn't go through a centralized exchange, how can?
I'm not sure you can. You have to somehow bridge between Litecoin chain and Ethereum chain.
I'm Uniswap V3. It's a decentralized exchange, and I typed in the Doji chain contract address in there, and you can purchase it directly on V3 with Ethereum, with wrapped Ethereum.
Yeah, we just need to check if they accept that on the bridge.
Hey, what's up, Jack? Is there gonna be an endpoint to launching on more chains in the future, or just keep launching just to increase our adoption?
I think the only thing that will stop us is any chains that are clear scammers, like somebody who isn't following the first principles, and they're obvious. There really should be no limit.
Hello, Jack.
Sounds good.
Hello.
I have one question. What is the idea of starting everything in different chains?
Just exposure. So exposure to Zen and to Zen's message. We didn't want to be exclusive to any particular chain, so we want everybody to play with Zen however they like.
But the best one is it Ethereum?
You cannot say that one is better than the other because every chain has its, and every chain has amazing developers. So there's really no reason to say that one is the best, because at any point in time we could make decisions that will make it better or worse, and we cannot control. So it is best to be a worldwide chain cryptocurrency that exists everywhere, and it makes it into a good story. I mean, obviously, like Doge Chain has a huge community, 26,000 people on Telegram, and they can start. They can learn about first principles and understand what we stand for. So that's a good thing.
But for me, it's like feeling some lottery, which chain can I mint on to moon the price too, because in the end, it's everything is about the money. I pay for the gas price in Ethereum, and one day ago I like go all in for Ethereum chain, and I have many wallets in Ethereum. Now I feel Doge chain gonna explode too. So is for the price in the future, like I am long-term holder, so say 5, 6, 7, 8 years, uh, the price in the natural, is everything gonna be same, or Ethereum's price gonna be higher because the gas price transaction for claim the tokens is higher? Uh, what are you thinking
I
about
think,
that?
yeah, it's a good question. I think it's a combination of things. So right now, Ethereum is higher and it's enjoying development and it's very popular. Who is to say it's going to continue for years from now? So 4 years from now, Ethereum may not be Ethereum we know today, and it could be something else that's amazing. So we will know at this point. We just don't know. So
Mm.
there's many different variables that could come into play, and we're just giving people options.
Okay, nice. Thank you so much, and good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, in a lot of fighting games, the best character is the character with the most options, not necessarily the best character.
That is true.
Which Zen is going to provide a lot of options, meaning that a lot of possibilities to succeed on different chains is exciting.
Yes, I really like the idea and being in all of the chain, because
Well,
people
also,
gonna go.
people are
Yeah,
going to make different decisions on different chains, different mindsets. So
yeah,
it's going to perform drastically different. And to pick which one performs the best is, like you said, a little bit of a lottery, but might as well try them all, I guess.
yeah. I think everything is natural in the end. So if you have a higher price in those chain, I think you're gonna have a good price in Ethereum too. And do we success with the adoption for all the chain in the world, and we have a lot of people enjoying Zen coin. It's gonna be very nice.
Yeah, on that topic, I'd be curious to hear your thoughts, Jack. Also, I've been talking about this. My impression that Zen is kind of, whilst it's not a new, technology per se, it's using the technologies and these different blockchains, but it's kind of creating its own new technology, so to speak, where it could facilitate and help developers with their projects on different chains in possibly expanding their ideas, their platforms, and catering to the Zen community across the chains, like a kind of amplifier for for creativity and development, and kind of uniting a certain community, which is Zen, although it's across different chains, creating this kind of almost like another layer of utility in a sense, because of this omni-chain aspect of Zen. Do you ever think about that, or consider that other dimension of it?
Yes. Zen really stands against tribalism and maximalism, because we think people are people, and everybody should enjoy the benefits of crypto and blockchain technology the same way. So this is our answer: is that we're not discriminating against the chains. We stand for decentralization. We stand for mass user adoption, and we want to give people all the options that frankly people deserve. So that's really important. And I think what's really great is we have been hearing that a lot of people have been trying new chains that they never tried before, and that's great.
Right. And I was thinking from the developer's point of view, like if the Zen community, because we talk a lot about that, the building aspect of the Zen community, just having its own ethos and its own kind of community, having a different, smart contract products, services, that stem from Zen, but also are easily extendable to other EVMs. And once developed on one EVM, kind of be a conducive for expanding. So developers kind of have an incentive to develop for the Zen community as a whole.
Well, from a perspective of somebody who builds a project, liking Zen and knowing of Zen, and if we were to ever expand to a different chain, knowing that the Zen community would likely be there, really does incentivizing me to incorporate it in general, especially since I'm in the DeFi space.
Exactly. Yeah.
I wouldn't want to incorporate Bitcoin over Zen. I'd rather incorporate Zen.
Yeah, I think Zen being everywhere really allows the developers to take their most amazing creations and push it everywhere to every chain, because I think every chain should have the best apps possibly created. So we don't really want to see fragmentation where you have to go to Binance to do this one thing or to play this one game or enjoy this DeFi protocol. You should really just have it everywhere, just any chain you like.
Yeah, it's really cool. Talking yesterday with Jack of Hearts about that, and we were just touching on Polkadot, how they do their way of things, but how, in a sense, Zen is kind of contributing, potentially will contribute to the interoperability issue on the EVM side of things, and maybe facilitating that and amplifying the communications and for developers as well.
Well, one thing that I like the most about it from just a perspective in general is that it is a very large digit past the so some people are minting at I don't know, I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was a lot of zeros. So a 1 past the left of the decimal point looks like a good unit in some type of video game, but in reality that's not very much Zen at all. So it's kind of like that the unit bias will look good on other types of incentivized things.
Well, the unit would be Zen in your example, right?
Yeah. But the digits would look good on the screen even if they didn't know it was Zen. Like, let's say they were in a game and they bought something and it just said 1. It would still look good. It's not like where it's like I don't know, Shiba Inu coin where it's 0.0000000001, like 12 digits to the right.
Right. Yeah, it is useful. I mean, the amount of supply, the way that it's distributed, the units is useful for applications, definitely.
Yeah, which is actually very, very nice, especially since it's broadly adopted already, which is also amazingly nice. It's a good entry barrier for a general community. For example, I have a social media website with a social media app. Zen is clearly going to be the most adopted right off the bat. I can't argue with that.
Do we gonna have some new update on Zen.network for statistic and minting and
everything that we do will be launched on Zen.network, so the new NFTs will launch there too.
So you guys aren't doing images, you're doing colors with numbers, which is cool too. Just a bit different.
It's similar to Uniswap NFT. So it's kind of like multicolored cards with all of your metadata, your C rank, the maturity date, the NFT serial number. We're also embedding the Zen-related quotes from Lao Tzu and various other philosophers on the NFTs.
Cool. From an artist perspective, I actually hate the idea of JPEGs and stuff. It's really weird. So I actually think that is very optimal and interesting.
Yeah, thank you. And by the way, I just learned from the DOSChain community that there is this multi-bridge or multi-chain. They're saying that if you buy on the Ethereum network, then you can use the multi-chain bridge to bridge it to all the way to DOSChain. I think the way that it works underneath is that your wrapped Doge on Ethereum will convert to native Doge and then go to the bridge on the DOSChain.
But just an interesting idea, since there are some people who aren't going to like that, of course. Maybe there could be something like skins, kind of like in a video game, where maybe you could get an outfit of different skins that change the way your entire NFT collection set looks.
I love that idea.
Yeah, certainly a possibility.
Yeah, that was just out of nowhere. I just thought of it. Let's just do stuff like that.
So like interplay, live interplay with the NFT.
Yeah, maybe make it vanity, maybe not.
You can actually stick with this concept of Zen. I think that would be actually more profound, but still have that particular ability just to be like live and kind of like interfacing with the NFT, so people can kind of have personify, their projections. I think that's a great idea.
Think of it like maybe your NFT, it becomes the standard as a Facebook profile picture.
Yep.